I feel like this Linux space is first of all highly distributed, and
Mhm.
this is a good thing. So there are a lot of Linux groups out there, a lot of communities, a lot of FOSS groups, and countless, and they all have their own things, and they
Mhm.
don't really interact with each other. Like there is no cult, okay. And the second thing is, yeah, Linux space is kind of serious. Even I feel this if you go to any group and talk to anybody, but it's because of the tech people. So tech people
Yeah.
usually, like they have this. They always, when they talk, they always, like they always want to be correct.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you have a conversation with any person who is in tech, it's really hard to have a fun conversation, because if you even make a slight mistake choosing words or anything, they are gonna just bash you on that. So you run a channel, you know how hard it is. You
Mhm.
get comments, and I also got comments. Even if you do a little mistake, they are just going to run a reply thread there and just keep telling you. So yeah, it's sometimes, so I don't really, this is why, like, in my channel I highly disrespect my audience. Sometimes I don't really care, and I'm like, dude, you guys can do whatever you want. They usually troll me a lot. So I recently started using Instagram, and they are like everywhere. Even on Instagram, they are telling me why you are using Instagram. I'm like, dude, can you? And one guy did a text to me. He said that I started using Instagram because of you. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
dude, I don't endorse Instagram. I'm just using for some personal reason.
Mhm.
You can, it's don't put it on me. And
Mhm.
he deleted it. And then he was emailing me. It's like, okay, I deleted. Thanks to you. This is kind of like a pressure. This is why I don't take my channel seriously. I'm like,
Mhm.
so I always see. I believe 100% false. I believe
Mhm.
you should not use any proprietary stuff. Okay, but it's really hard thing to do. And
Mhm.
if you don't do it, like if you say that I believe in 100% false, and okay, like for example, you can try your best, but it's
Mhm.
not like you can be 100% false.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's just symbolic. I don't really care about privacy. I mean, I care about privacy, but I believe that if I'm not using something like Telegram, then it's more about showing my support to privacy oriented things, other than actually looking for
Yeah.
privacy. Because in India, like, we have things like government force things like Aadhaar card, and a lot of systems which kind of already, like, there is no privacy.
Mhm.
So but yeah, it represent the representation that like you by using FOSS, we represent. That's how
Yeah.
I think. Like, yeah, like the possibility, like, yeah, if we if we can if like, we can achieve 100% privacy.
Mhm.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, I feel like this
I
like
mean,
oh,
yeah.
sorry if you had more
Sorry.
to say.
I don't know if you know or not. Richard Stallman did some conference. Somebody was
Mhm.
telling me, like, he presented some ideas where you have to keep a pager. I think you were mentioning it. You know,
I
keep a pager. Yeah.
think I've definitely mentioned it before. I don't recall the
Yeah,
exact
so
talk you're
you know
mentioning.
that idea, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
basically, if somebody call, he have to first beep the pager or something like that.
Mhm, mhm.
So I wonder sometimes, like, if we present ideas like these, um, is it a good thing, or people are like going to completely abandon these things just because it's too extreme?
Mhm.
So on my channel, I always try to show things which are kind of like a midway.
Mhm.
So you can use these technology uh, without, in a better way, without losing. So I
Yeah.
did some scraping videos, like how to use YouTube without like going on the website. Also, it helps, like, because these days internet addiction is raising highly. Like, people are highly addicted to things like YouTube. So by using technology in these ways, you can cut down algorithm like RSS
Mhm.
and things. So for me, it's not always about privacy or like complete force support. It's always
Mhm.
about um, it's just better tech for me.
Yeah.
I don't get addicted. I like software and all these things.
Mhm.
But yeah, I support force, obviously. Like, I'm a true force supporter.
I
And
think oh,
sometimes I want to go 100% force. I was 100% force. I
mhm.
might delete Instagram someday. I don't know.
I think there is certainly a place for those people that are really, really extreme. They sort of give you an idea about how far you can go. You could go and be like Richard Stallman if you really wanted to, but I don't think you have to look at things in the absolute extremes. There is definitely that scale there, and one one thing that has been brought up to me a bunch of times is why do I upload on YouTube? Why don't I upload on PeerTube? Because that's the FOSS platform. No one's gonna see it. That's the big thing, and I think that's something you have to like really understand if you're gonna be talking about anything in FOSS. You need to talk about things in the places where people are going to see it. That is going to mean you have to compromise in sort of some respects. Like, I have a Discord server because that's the thing that people use. I have a YouTube account because that's where everyone watches videos. If I wanted to, just use IRC and just use PeerTube, I could certainly do that. But way less people would see what I'm talking about, and you're not going to make, like, if your goal is to get more people to use FOSS, you're not going to make that happen just talking to the people that already use FOSS. They don't need to be convinced, they're already using it.
Yeah, this is the exact thing I once told one of my, like subscriber on my Discord. So, like you can't be isolated and just keep talking about FOSS among people who already know FOSS. If you have to, like convey the idea to normal people, you have to go to their platform and tell.
Yep,
But I still highly respect people who choose to stick with principles and choose
absolutely, yeah.
100% FOSS. I have some friends who really not use any proprietary stuff, or like the bridge is really low.
Mhm.
And I believe it's a hard thing to do. You
Mhm.
can do it, but then again you have to make some choices. Like for example, if I for right now I'm using Instagram because a lot of my friends were putting some pressure, and I'm like, okay, let's use it.
Yep.
So I if I delete Instagram, then there is a trade-off. Like I will
Mhm.
lose touch on of Instagram. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is, if you remove the aspect of privacy, it all boils down to you. Like if
Mhm.
you don't really care about Instagram, if you're not putting things up, and if you don't really waste time on it, then it's completely fine. You
Mhm.
don't really have to be extreme. But the threat is these technologies are so addictive and so disgusting, like it
Yeah.
kind of your mind space. So also in Linux community, people, uh, there are all kinds of people. It's just like my audience sometimes, like they keep sending me mails and messages, so it's weird. That's why I'm saying this right now, so they might, watch it, so they might know. I'm pretty sure you can relate because you also have a channel.